I'm Jessie, a business journalist for SBC, and I'm joined by Simon Westbury of Digitain. Thank you for joining us. How are you today?
My pleasure. Always great to be at an SBC event and be here with Rasmus and the team, and it's good to see you all. I'm delighted to be here.
How is Digitain doing in terms of reaching its corporate objectives in 2022?
I think, we're 6 months into the year now. It's June. I don't know where the year's gone. There's been a lot of activity with Digitain. We've achieved the GLI certification for our new platform, Centrivo. We've launched our virtual sports. We've launched our live dealer product. We've done a lot of development on our sportsbook product with an average of over 90,000 events per month this year. We've revolutionised our bet slip. We've brought in AI personalisation of sportsbook, and we've also launched our sports jackpot. So when we talk about corporate achievements, we've had a lot of product achievements. There's been a lot of internal changes and development, and we've grown the sales team both internationally and in Armenia. So it's been a very active period, full of momentum and full of growth. So our achievements will be judged at the end of the year, but I'm very comfortable and happy where we are as a company right now.
What role can AI play in understanding player behaviour?
I think AI is something I've spoken about a lot, something I've spoken about with SBC and I'm very passionate about. I think when you look at AI, it's not about just player behaviour, it's like what AI can achieve for you, and I think that's the question that you have to ask. A lot of operators talk about AI and see it as a way of making money, but obviously we're in gaming, we want to make money, but AI can also be involved in player protection, monitoring player behaviour, understanding the player. So I don't view AI as just a money-making tool. I view AI as a bit of a KYC tool to understand player behaviour, personalise the player bets and offers to them, and give them a more personalised experience. I think 3 years ago I talked about Netflix, the Netflix of gaming, and I coined that phrase at SBC, and I still believe that's AI's main tool, is personalisation, but it can also be a very effective tool for monitoring and managing player behaviour to avoid problem gambling, as well as obviously giving them a very good player experience.
What can sportsbooks learn from other industries when it comes to technological innovation?
I think it's actually what we can learn from ourselves as an industry and how we can define what innovation is rather than invention, and focus on being innovative. It doesn't have to be a new product. It can be an existing product that we change a little bit to make it more appealing, more structured, more desirable for players. And I think when we talk about what we can learn, I think what we can learn is that we're in the entertainment industry and we need to focus on the players and our end users more, rather than worry about our jobs and saying, well, we don't want to have that bit of innovation or change because what we have works. And I don't want to lose my job because we stay with what we have. Rather than look and go, well, we'll take a risk. We'll take a risk if I'm the head of sportsbook at a B2C operator, or I'm going to take a risk as Chief Business Officer at Digitain, because that can be innovation and that can drive business. So I think my message to the industry, and it's not for me to preach, I'm not Jesus, but is to say, guys, we need to look at ourselves as an industry, understand what innovation is, and not be scared to take risks around innovation and not just look at invention.
And why is it so important to participate in events such as Betting on Sports Europe?
What I've seen over the last year, going back to your event in Barcelona, is that you can't beat meeting people. Now, obviously we're here to sell, we're here to develop relationships with our partners, we're here to find new partners. But what you really miss is those conversations, and I've just had one, which came about 3 years ago before the pandemic, and something can happen now. It's that human interaction. It's maybe having a drink with someone in a relaxed environment and just exchanging ideas. Obviously our key focus is here to present Digitain, but sometimes when you're not actually at these events meeting people face to face, you miss out on those, I call off-the-cuff conversations, where an idea can happen, although there's no business that can be done between the two of you. So to me, meeting people is important. ICE was an amazing event for us, showed how the industry's coming back. So to me, it's to learn, it's to have off-the-cuff conversations, and again, Andy and the guys have put great content on, and I think that's something that's missed at other conferences, the ability to interact with senior level speakers and understand their industry thoughts.
And finally, what can we expect from Digitain for the remainder of the year?
I think you can expect from me, certainly and my sales team, momentum, drive and energy. There will be some new product launches, which I can't really share with you at the moment. It's going to be continuous growth. We've got the momentum, and a very good friend of mine, an ex-professional footballer, said to me, the most important thing in sport is momentum. The most important thing to Digitain right now is momentum and keeping that drive and energy going forward. We're going to work very hard to hit our corporate goals, develop sales, move more and more into regulated markets with our GLI certification, and just basically, I don't want to come out with eat, sleep and repeat, but I don't even know if we're going to eat. We'll sleep and we'll repeat and we'll keep driving the business forward.
Real, thank you ever so much, Simon.
My pleasure. Always good to see you.